What up YouTube? So I have this tutorial for you guys today, obviously by the iconic Nikkietutorials, where she did a green makeup challenge. Her green makeup challenge only pertained to eyes and lips, so that is what I did today. My lips are so cracking already. So this is the look I created. I used all green eyeshadows to create the eye as well as a green lip. I also noticed that Jax Sanchez, I believe her last name is, but she is on Instagram and she's doing a 50-day challenge. So if you want to check out her green look, definitely follow her on Instagram. Because if y'all ain't following her, y'all should be, because she is amazing. If you want to see how I create this green inspired look, then just keep on watching. Are we living? I feel like I haven't done a brow tutorial in a while, so I kind of just wanted to include it in this look. If you guys want a full in-depth brow tutorial, then let me know. Obviously for this look, the brow is super Instagrammy. It's not a brow I would do like in everyday. Let me know if that's something you guys want to see more in depth. Now I'm just gonna run it through really quick because that is not the focus of the video. The focus is the eyes. So I'm just gonna bring you guys in even closer so we can really get up in this business. So first, I love to use dip brow for my brows, and I'm going to use Anastasia's in the shade Ash Brown. I used to be super afraid of dip brow just because applying it would be so fluid and so wet that getting a brow on my face was like a Sharpie. Like, it would come out so dark, so blocky, so structured. So to have it look like this, still very natural, you can see my hairs but still give you structure and a little bit of Sharpie, definitely took a lot of practice. Don't mind my chapped lips. When you first dip your brush into the brow product, it can have a lot of product on it. So I like to work it from the middle right here to the tail, just because I like that part of my brow to be very dark. And I like the front of the brow to be very light, very faded, somewhat filled in, but not intensely. So I like to go on the bottom first and then kind of create a line, just because I like the bottom to be very crisp. I feel like it really gives the brow a nice shape. So now I'm just going to slowly fill in just the outer part. So right from the arch to the tail. The arch is like, you don't want to go in too harsh because it can definitely come out very, very strong very quickly. And then as we get closer to the front, I start sweeping it still towards the back of the brow. I'm going to take a spoolie and I'm just going to start combing through. So this is what's going to blend out that product. It doesn't look too harsh, it's blended. And as we get to the front, I'm going to slowly fill in with some product. And in the front here, just going to create some faux hair strokes, and then with a spoolie, I'm just going to comb it out. Now, of course, the front is not going to look like hair, but it is going to give a shadow so that you can see the brow hairs that are there. And I'm just going to fill in wherever too much product got taken away. My favorite brow is the left brow. It's the easiest. My right brow is a special brow. But I'm just taking Tarte concealer, so I'm just going to kind of clean that up. Even if you do this for like an everyday look, like say you have bomb brows, but maybe you forgot to get them done. You know, it's looking pretty hairy. Go in with concealer, and the brightness of the concealer will kind of conceal those hairs. But still, it'll give your brow like some structure, some much needed shape. Because you know how when you freshly get your brows did and they look amazing, everything under there is super clean and sharp. Concealer can definitely do that for you. So now I'm just blending out the concealer with my finger. The warmth of the finger really just blends all the concealer so that it's seamless. So now we're going to get into eyeshadow. So we're not going to set the concealer because we want intense color for the transition shade, and it's all gonna be from the Morphe 35B. I'm gonna mix all three of these colors to apply to my crease. I'm taking it on a fluffy brush and I'm just going to kind of dab it in and then blend it. I'm going to go in with a bit more just to bring in a bit more color. Now I'm just going to grab this lime green color and I'm going to use it to blend up here. And this is just really going to blend out that green. Applying it like so. Now we're going to go into this palette. This is the Zulu by Juvia's and we're going to take this shade right here. Such a pretty color. We're going to grab it on the same fluffy brush that we used before and I'm going to apply it right on the transition shade just to intensify it a bit more. I'm going back in to the Morphe 35B and I'm going to take this dark green shade. I'm going to use that on the outer V, really to deepen up the crease. I really want some definition and shape to the crease, especially because we're doing a cut crease. Okay, so now we're going to cut the crease, and I'm just going to use concealer for that. Cutting the crease is super easy, so I'm grabbing some concealer on the brush. I'm just going to apply it along the lash line. Look up. You want to make sure the concealer is wet. Creates a stamp for you, so that you really know where to cut your crease. So now I'm just going to apply it all over at the first 2/3 of my eye. So there we have the first half. Now with the rest of the concealer, I just really get it on there and let it just kind of messily fade like so. I'm not gonna set it or anything like that. I am gonna go back in with the dark green shade and I'm gonna pounce it on right here. Just because I want it to really fade into the rest of my eye. I don't want it to stand out. So then the first shadow we are going to apply to the lid is from the Masquerade palette, also by Juvia's Place. If you haven't noticed, I just got these and I'm super excited to play around with them. I'm going to take this shade in Molly and I'm going to keep it right here. It's like a darker shimmery green. I'm just going to pat it on right here so that it blends with the darker shade. I'm going to go back into the Zulu palette by Juvia's and I'm going to take that shade right there on top of that dark green shade and also at the center of the lid. So I really want this to blend and kind of fade into different shades of green. So that's why I'm patting for intensity but also to blend the shadows together. Just want everything to blend seamlessly. Going back into the Morphe 35B palette, I'm going to take this green shimmery shade as well. I'm going to tap that into the inner corner or the inner third, but also on top of the other shade. For the lower lash line, I'm going to go in to the Morphe 35B palette and I'm going to take these two shades and kind of work them together. So then for the lower lash line, I'm going to take that dark green shade again. So for lashes, I'm going to use Tatti Lashes. These are in the style TL3 and they're super pretty. Very glam, but still you can see the eye color through the lashes. So far, this is also my first time wearing these. So far, they feel super comfortable. I really like how they look as well. They're not too dramatic, but they're definitely dramatic. Oh, we also forgot the inner corner. So for the inner corner, I'm going to take this shade from Dose of Colors Ice Cream Palette, which is Mint Chip. Apply it right on the inner corner, as well as to the first third of the lower lash line. So now I'm going to apply these lashes. So while the lashes dry, I'm going to go in with mascara and I'm going to use the MAC in Extreme Dimension Lash and I'm going to run that on both the lower lash line as well as my lashes up top. And I love how these lashes have like a natural curl to them. Alright, so there are the eyes. So now we're going to go on to the rest of the face. To warm up the face, I'm going to take NYX's matte bronzer, and this is in the shade medium. If you've seen my full drugstore face video, I really liked how this bronzer looked. I'm just going to pick some up and really dab it onto the cheeks right here. This is gonna bring some warmth to the face. Just because green is kind of like a cool tone, well, is like a cool toned color. So you really want to bring warmth back. I'm just kind of dabbing it on right now to where I want it on my face. And I'm going to go in with a blending fluffy brush and just really blend it out. That is my daughter. There's a nice warmth to the face. So now I am going to contour my nose. I'm going to take the Lorac Pro contour palette and I'm going to use shade light medium. As you can see, I've hit pan. I need to buy this shade if they sell it as a single, because I contour, like I may use different contour palettes, I may use different contour shades, different bronzers, but the nose contour never changes. That is like the perfect shade. Honestly, no matter if I've gotten tan or kind of going light because of the winter, it's been the perfect nose contour shade. It's such a good shade for my skin tone. So now I'm going to go in with a beauty sponge and just run it over. If I want to emphasize again, with no product, just whatever was left on the brush. So blush, need blush. I am going to go in with Milani Luminoso, and it is a pretty, such a pretty blush. It has like a nice shimmer to it, so it just gives your skin a healthy glow. And I'm going to go in with a fluffy brush to really just blend it out. So I'm actually going to apply some powder to cut the cheeks a bit, just because especially if you blend out your bronzer or your blush with a big fluffy brush, you can kind of disperse the product everywhere. I am going to go in with the Morphe Bretman Rock palette. I think I'm going to take Vaygation. So I'm going to use that to highlight the nose. So I'm going to highlight Cupid's bow. Then I like to apply it right here. It don't matter what eye look I do, natural, dramatic. I was gonna say drama. Dramatic. I'm also gonna apply it on the temples. So, yes, good. And also up here. For the lips, I'm going to go in with Colourpop Ultra Matte Lip. This is in the shade Dr. M. It's a green lip. I don't know how it's going to look with this look. I'm just going to go for it. Okay. Kind of feeling it. And I'm just going to dust away this powder. Now I'm just going to set my face. So this is the completed eye look tutorial and, you know, the rest of the face. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. I love this look. I love the boldness. I am all for color, all for bold. All products that I use in this video will be listed in my description box. I had a subscriber tell me that they wanted to see description of products that I used in the description box, just because she is a similar shade and could use similar products. So I will start doing that for you guys. I will be putting the products and the shade inside the description box, just in case you guys missed it throughout the video, just in case I didn't mention it, just in case it might be already be on my face and it didn't show up in the tutorial. It'll all be in the description box below. If you want to keep up with me elsewhere, you can find me on Instagram, Snapchat, and Twitter at Bryyykayyy. If you haven't already, please subscribe. It would mean so much to me, and I would love to see you guys here more often on my channel. Thanks so much for tuning in, and I will see you guys in my next one.